Israel, the troublemaker of the Middle East. To some, it is a murderer. To others, it is a country trying to maintain its existence in the Middle East. Putting all that aside, today we will discuss Israel's recent actions and its Iron Dome air defense system. If you like the video, please leave a like. Don't forget to like it to be the first to know. On the morning of 2023, the Middle East woke up on edge once again. But no one could have predicted what would happen on October 7th. As the sun rose over Gaza, Hamas targeted Israeli territory with thousands of rockets. This was not a conflict, but rather a declaration of war. Israel was stunned, but its response was swift and severe. Within hours, warplanes took to the skies. As Gaza was reduced to rubble, the world once again witnessed this endless cycle through live broadcasts. In this war, dubbed the Iron Sword Operation, Israel targeted not only military objectives but also tunnels, bases, and leaders in the region. However, each attack also brought civilian casualties. Before these wounds had even begun to heal, a new front opened in the north. Hezbollah began firing rockets into Israel from the Lebanese border. Israel, in turn, moved its tanks north. While Iron Dome systems in the sky attempted to intercept the incoming missiles, soldiers engaged in close combat on the ground. In 2024, the tension escalated with the emergence of another actor lurking in the shadows: Iran. Missiles launched from Isfahan set off alarms in the skies over Tel Aviv. For the first time, there was direct contact between Iran and Israel. And this was no longer just a border conflict, but a threat of regional war. For Israel, these 2 years were challenging not only on the front lines, but also on its own internal front. Protests, government crises, and the psychological devastation brought by the war were felt across all layers of society. This was a struggle for survival not only against its enemies, but also within itself. This system detects incoming rockets instantly. Radars track the missile, and a computer calculates where it will land within seconds. If the rocket is heading for an empty field, it does not intervene. But if the target is a city, a house, or a school, it acts immediately. A defense missile is fired, a chase begins in the sky, and within seconds, an explosion in the air. The threat is neutralized before it hits the ground. The Iron Dome is not just technology. It is also a life-saving reflex system. Since 2011, it has destroyed thousands of rockets in the air and has become a kind of invisible shield for the Israeli people. June 2025. While the Middle East was asleep, Iran launched hundreds of missiles and kamikaze drones at Israel. Sirens sounded in Tel Aviv, and people rushed to shelters. This marked the transformation of the covert Iran-Israel war into open conflict. Israel responded immediately. Jets took off, striking Iran's military facilities in Isfahan. The war was no longer confined to Gaza or the Lebanon border. It had reached the heart of Tehran. Cyber attacks began. Power outages, GPS jammers, both sides were playing their cards openly. This is the showdown that has been anticipated for years. And now everyone is asking the same question. Is the next attack the beginning of a larger war?